question that I get from newer injectees is, how do you guys handle complications, or how do you mitigate it?
Right. They've usually seen something that they get very afraid of.
Instagram.
And then, but I really encourage the question, like, how do you basically mitigate risk? And what do you do if something were to go wrong? So I think those are really healthy questions to ask to the provider that's taking care of you, and I encourage them wherever you're being treated. So number one, as providers, as a team of providers, we go out of our way every day to mitigate risk. So number one, we use cannulas, but we don't just use any cannulas. We use large bore cannulas. What does that mean? It means it's big, okay? It might look scary in videos, but when it's bigger, it actually is less likely to injure a vessel. And we want to be very nice to our vessels. We don't want to get filler in the vessel. We want to minimize injury to vessels. So again, it has to be a large bore cannula, not a skinny little cannula. Sometimes a skinny little cannula can actually be just as sharp as a needle. And so that's like step one, mitigate risk. You'll also see that we go above and beyond for cleaning. We do a lot of cleaning so that we can make sure bacteria does not get into the product. I have an interesting story. I got a call, it was like late Sunday night. It was a friend of my boyfriend, and basically this woman had a raging infection that she was getting treated. This is in New York. She had been treated outside of the country, and she was seeing a plastic surgeon in New York City as to how to take care of it, but it wasn't getting better. And it was red and it was inflamed and very hard. And that's basically a granuloma or an infection. And so I went in after hours and started to treat her, and I had to put in a combination of things to get the infection down and to get the inflammation down. But the point of the story here is that I'm called on these cases. My team is called on these cases. We know how to handle complications because we help the community handle them, and we have done this for years. And so the story short of it, and maybe you guys will see her on the Instagram at some point, but basically we got her infection down, we got her inflammation down. The reason why she had it, that we believe, is because the injector out of the country had basically not followed sterile enough technique and used a similar needle on the lips and then moved to her eyes, which we would never do. And so if you get lip filler with us, you're gonna see we do a lot of mouth rinsing. We want to decrease bacteria all the time. So the first one was cannulas. The second one is that we follow very clean technique. And so the last point here is that we hope for it to never have a complication. However, this is still medicine, this is the human body, and I do see people react to products differently over the course of their age, whether they develop autoimmune. However, you're with a team of experts. For the community, for both community, Los Angeles and New York City, we've helped a lot of other clinics handle their own complications, and so we basically know what to do. We know how to help you, and we know how to take care of you at the end of the day, and that's what makes us experts, and that's why you come here. Yep. So we look forward to seeing you in LA or New York City.